So I lived in Thailand for 3 years. I think I was about 18, just before my 19th birthday. I fought a Thai champion. He got up and he beat me within an inch of my life, like absolutely battered me.
I know everyone loves Bilal's story, but boxing, you know, doesn't love your story, mate. Boxing does not love you back. It's about what you're gonna do on that night.
Welcome to that boxing show with me, Johnny Nelson, of course, the brains of the bunch, alongside me, Andy Nicholson. And we've got two very interesting guests, British and Commonwealth champion, Ishmael Davis. And next to him, the hitman himself, Liam Harrison. He's like a Muay Thai supremo. This guy's got like 15 billion followers on social media. And he just told us how old he is and nobody believes him.
So I'm buzzing with that, it's made my day as well.
Boys, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You both travelled down from Leeds together. There's an association here as well. And first thing I wanted to know was, did you two ever work out together, or have you ever worked out together at one point?
Well, we've trained alongside each other, haven't we? So Ishmael's cousin is one of my boxing coaches. Right. And over the last couple of years, the way the Muay Thai sport's gone, it's evolved and there's a lot more boxing, heavy and stuff now. So I've been implementing a lot more boxing training into my game. So I've trained alongside him in the gym. We never sparred or anything together or anything, but we have trained alongside each other, and I've got to see his work on the pads and stuff like that. And yeah.
Did you ever fancy putting your foot in the ring and doing a bit of
I would only spar him if I were allowed to kick his legs. I'm not boxing with him, he'll punch my head in.
Nah, but I want to go to, we were speaking on the way, I want to go to Thailand, so I'll be doing a bit there. You know,
would you really?
Yeah, I'm going to do a bit. It's not for us boxers, is it? But yeah, I want to learn how to kick, man.
Yeah, them kicks are different.
Just see what it's like, innit? You know, I love training, so.
I was out in Thailand, I boxed out them, I took my sparring partner with me, and he did a bit of kickboxing, and the guide took us around, he shows that, you know, they were doing shows everywhere, and so he said to my sparring partner, do you want to get in? And these guys were mashing each other up, and so the Stinger said, no, I'm cool, I'm all right. He wasn't going to get done by some little 15-year-old kid.
Do you know what, you see it happening all the time out there though? They've got even like bars where you go in at tourist area, there'll be a bar, and you can just jump in and have a fight. You win a bucket of whiskey if you win, but every now and then in them bars, there'll be some old veteran in there, and some Westerner will jump in thinking that he's going to like just mash him, and then he'll end up getting battered.
How did you get into it?
So I was 13 when I started. My cousin took me down to the gym. He ended up becoming a 5-time world champion himself, Andy House, and he just dragged me down to the gym one day. We're living in a bit of a rough area, LS9, as Ish knows. It's a ring. That's where Josh Warrington's from. A lot of like top fighters from Leeds.
So all you boys know each other?
Yeah. It's like a renowned rough area, but all the best fighters come from that area as well. So he just said, come down here, learn how to fight, learn how to defend yourself a little bit. I was about 12, 13-ish at the time. And the minute I walked through the gym doors, and my gym where I train now, Bad Company, it's renowned as one of the best gyms in Europe, probably even the world. But even back then, when I first started 25, 26 years ago, I walked through the door and they had British and European champions then, and I walked through and I saw them kicking the pads like, and all the smell of the Thai oil liniment and stuff like that, and I looked and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I've never seen it like it. And I'd seen the movie Kickboxer, and I didn't think it was like a real thing when people are kicking pads like that. And I walked in, I was like, whoa. And then I did one session, and it was after about 3 weeks, we got to spar for the first time, and I'm sold, I love it. This is me, yeah.
Did you, once you fell in love with it, did it give you, like boxing has done for most boxers now, give you that sense of pride, that discipline, behaviour-wise at school and everything, socially?
So I was knocking around with some naughty kids up until I was about 14, 15, and when I started taking my fighting serious, then that pulled me away from that, and a lot of them all ended up in prison by the time they were 17 and 18 and that, so it showed me discipline. Whenever I was being bad at school or getting caught doing not bad off my dad would drag me down to the gym, say to Richard, my coach, tell him he can't come in here unless he sorts his act out. And I'd shit myself. I'm like, oh, I can't train, because that's all I wanted to do. I loved it. And that gym I was in at the time, Bad Company, that were a hotbed because Nicola Adams trained there at the boxing, and we had like Josh Warrington started training there as well and stuff. So I'd watched everyone like boxing and stuff. as well as the Thai boxing, and I'd be like, this is what I want to do. So whenever I felt like I was slipping a bit out of line, my dad would just drag me down there. Richard telling me can't come, and I'd shit myself, and I'd be like, right, that's it, back on the straight and narrow. Yeah.
Ishmael, Leeds seems to be a bit of a hotbed. You know, when you tear back the contact sports, there's a bit of a hotbed there. Everybody knows each other. It's like a little clique there. Is that kind of what dragged you into it?
Yeah, well, I started when I was 10 as well. I went to Rick Manners first. And I was
Rick Manners as well, yeah.
Yeah, Rick, man, crazy, mad, but I love Rick. But, you know, like, I was bad. My brother was doing boxing on O'Shea. My uncle was Tom Collins. So ever since a kid, I've always seen the photos. My mum has been telling me the stories, British, Commonwealth, European challenge for world title. So I always knew, and I could fight. I was always fighting, so I thought, let's give this a go. My brother took me and my other brother to the gym, and I just fell in love with it. Like, same thing. He said, once you get in there and you start fighting, when you've got it in you, you can't, it never leaves. It doesn't leave, man, and here we are, man, still fighting.
His uncle, Tom Collins, I can remember, it's not until you mentioned, oh God, I forgot you related. Tom Collins, when I boxed Tom Collins, and when I was boxing Tom, like my father and his mates, they all were big fans of Tom Collins from World Title Challenge at light heavyweight. And so when I was fighting him, my people thought I was going to get done. Like my old man was like, Tom Collins, you've got to be careful, he's going to do you. I'm like, you're supposed to put my side. But he could fight, and he could punch. I was fortunate enough to catch him in the back end of his career, rather in the pomp of his career. But I thought, I've got to get him out of here. But honestly, my old man thought I'd get turned over. But Leeds have got some dangerous hooligans there when it comes to the party.
So you've won. And we were looking at your past, you've won pretty much everything. And you're saying you're a legend in the sport now, but you were saying you're kind of stepping away from that now, quite recently.
Yeah, my knees had its final days. I've had like 121 professional fights, and I got told to retire about 5 years ago, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And I've pushed it just to the point now where it's like, just unbearable pain nearly all the time. So I've just started boxing training instead now, which obviously with the movement and pivoting, it still makes it swell a little bit. But at least no one to kick with. You know what? I miss not being in a fight camp. I hate it, and every day I think back and I get a little bit upset, and then I think about someone booting me in the knee again. I think, nah, fuck that. I'm doing it. Nah, I've had enough of that now. So I've paid my dues.
When your knee first went, did you get it fixed and then went back into competition again?
Yeah. So I was about 33, and I tore my meniscus so bad it like locked my knee joint, so I had to go have an operation, and they went, right, you've tore it that bad here, we can't repair it.
In fight or in training?
In training. I'd fought, I'd had an easy fight, I'd won quite convincingly on points and not took any damage. I went straight back to the gym 2 days later, and I was going to fight again in 4 weeks. So I went straight back into training, and it happened that day in training, the first training session back, and I think, wow, that could have literally happened in the fight, and that'd have been a disaster. Because what were happening in Muay Thai was always 5 rounds, 3 minutes each round, and then about 6-7 years ago, the sport started to evolve, and they'd put us in smaller gloves, 3-round format, because they just wanted action and knockouts.
So longer rounds?
Shorter rounds.
Oh, right.
Free freeze.
Right.
And they wanted knockouts, and they wanted me to get it on Sky Sports and stuff like that, which it is now. But they wanted all action because they just wanted people getting KO'd. So I replaced long runs with the rower, the ski machine, the assault bike, just to get that sort of fight specific, get your heart rate up, 10-second rest, heart rate up, 10-second rest. I just replaced it with that, and it was less damaging for my knees as well.
What's the average age for retiring in Muay Thai?
A lot of Thais, a lot of the Thais will retire by 30 because they've had so many fights. They've been doing it since they were 7-year-old, and they're either wrecked or they just lose interest and they think, I'm sick of making weight, I'm sick of all this. So I've done all right to get to 40 because there's not many people who can. But the toll it takes on like your knees and your joints and your shoulders and everything like that, there's not many people who can get to like 40 plus. So I've done all right to get to there, really, especially the way I fight.
And most of your bouts were here in the UK or abroad?
So I lived in Thailand for 3 years when I was 19. Just before I think I was about 18, just before my 19th birthday, I fought a Thai champion, and I was 29 pro fights unbeaten, won them all, fought this Thai champion, dropped him in round 2, and I thought, I'm going to knock him out. He got up and he beat me within an inch of my life, like absolutely battered me. And I was sat around thinking, well, I need to get to that level. So I just packed up and I went to live in Thailand. Yeah.
How was it being a Westerner living there and being involved? Was it welcoming, or was it a bit like?
I got bullied every day for the first 6 months, mate. So
Fresh meat. So that's what you do.
When I went to the gym and I want to live like the Thais and train like the Thais. So I lived on a mattress on the floor in the gym with all the other Thais and stuff. And for 6 months, I got battered every single day. I got bullied off them all every single day. We had to run 10K every single morning. What some of them would do some mornings, because they knew we had to spar after, they'd walk to the park, pour a bottle of water over themselves and walk back to the gym. And I've done 10K and they're fresh. Right. And they walk in with water all over them like they've been running and sweating, but they aren't. And then they just battered me. But then after about 6 months when we started sparring, I started to hold my own a little bit, and I'm thinking, I'm starting to level up a bit here. And I ended up fighting out there about 17, 18 times over 3 years.
That's a test of character as well, because usually in those situations, if you're away, it either breaks and you think, I'm done with this, because it's mental. It's not just a physical thing, it's a mental thing
There
as
were
well.
a few times where I would like start afterwards just getting like battered and then be like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? But like, no, you've come here for a reason. You stay in the cause. You made your bed. You've asked for this. You just lay in it and get on with it and be a man and take your beatings. And it'll all pay off at the end of the day.
Do you think that helped your style, your like aggressive attacking style? Do you think that's kind of where that came from, or did you have that before you?
I'd already had that.
And where does that come from? Do you know where that comes from? Where does that come from? Survival.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably from a rough area. And like when we were down our gym and stuff, there were, like I said, there were a lot of like rough and ready kids in the gym all the time.
Yeah.
And when you're sparring these kids, they're all trying to rip your head off and stuff. So you just get accustomed to getting involved in wars and stuff like that. And like, I just took that into the ring with me. And it's a fan-friendly style as well. Like when I had my first pro fight, or a week before my 15th birthday, this one, we lied about my age, and then by the time I'd had 10 fights, I'd knocked about 5 or 6 of them out, and I was getting a big name for myself straight away, and I thought, right, we need to keep this going, we keep the momentum going, and it just stuck with me then.
Does this kind of inspire you, or when you see stories, or when you see fighters like Liam growing in front of you, you think, I'll do that?
I've watched him
Obviously
for
not
years.
Muay Thai,
Nah, I'm not doing, but, you know, even on the pads, like I'd watch his knockouts, his leg kicks, like, that's probably the reason why his legs are fucked with him. You know, because but I watched him, like anyone that's chasing greatness and works hard, I watch him because seeing him do what he's done and achieve what he's achieved, and he's from same areas where I'm from, it's like, yo, we can
it's doable.
Yeah, we can do this, man.
So you had no amateur fights.
Yeah.
18 professional fights. British and Commonwealth champion. But it's not always been smooth sailing.
Never.
So when he's telling you the story about having to sleep on a mat and being at the rough end of a stick until he chips his way up, you can relate to that. You get that.
It makes him. You know what it is. Right now, you know, I always shout him out. You know, because I'm a guy. I've got no ego when it comes to these things, and I believe he'll be a world weight champion. And a kid called John Joe that I'm sparring now, John Joe Carrigan, and he won the worlds twice.
I know John Joe.
And he's my hardest spar. You know, not talking about coming forward battering me. I mean skill level. Anyone I've been in there with has not had the same skill as him.
That's the best way to prepare, though.
Best way. So instead of, just like what he's did, he went over there and he's getting bullied for 6 months. There's times where I'm not winning the spars, and I could have been like, do you know what it is? Forget sparring him. But I'm not. I'm like, bring him back. I need him again, because I want to get better. And I'll tell you a story, because I ended up beating him.
It's all right.
A friend of mine
upstairs. Roof will come in.
A friend of mine, Troy Williamson.
Yeah.
When I started, when I come out of Rick's, he used to spar Reese Cartwright, and they used to have walls, and they were fit. They'd been doing this for years. I've been smoking weed, I've been in jail, I've been on the roads, I've been doing whatever I've been doing. And then I'd go to jail for the second time and come out and decide at 21 I'm gonna be a boxer. So now I'm sparring Troy, and I remember saying to Keith Walton, my trainer, is this gonna be hard? He's like, this is gonna be serious, because he's the first guy that was giving me tired before anyone else was. So I went in there, I think I did 4 rounds, and he battered me, like proper battered me.
Humbling, innit?
Humbling. I walked out of there, give him, you know, you give him, yes, thank you. He walked out of there, got in the car on the way home. I said, Keith, you didn't lie to me. He said, I told you. I said, this is how hard it's gonna be. He's like, yep. Is that how hard it's gonna be? And I said, you know what it is, Keith? Just take me back to him. Just keep taking me back. I went back. 6, 8. Obviously, I'm saying it like it was quick, but it took a while. 4s, 6, 8s, you know, and then we're having 10 rounds and you're getting bad for 6 and you might win 4 and you're going back. And then I had a couple 8-rounders and they said, oh, you know, I beat Ewan on the Next Gen show.
Oh yeah.
This is when Eddie Hearn gave me time.
That's right.
So I beat Ewan.
Yeah.
And then I believe they thought, you know, this guy's really serious. Let's chuck him in there with an ex-British champ. See how he does. 12 rounders straight from 8 to 12. Went in there and I beat him. Troy, you know. And
How did you beat him?
I beat him unanimous on
Now looking back on it,
points, yeah.
at what stage out of 10? You know, sometimes you think I'm the finished article. Do you think you're near the finished article?
I think I'm like 3
Yeah.
out of 10. 3, and I just said that last fight was the end of the beginning because I was in my apprenticeship. I was fighting, not fought these guys. I'm not being at this level. I don't know how to manage fights. Like some of the Kevin fight, I believe I could have made that way easier, even though I believe I won that fight and got robbed in Ireland. Josh Kelly, fight management. These are the things I'm learning that I could have beat Josh Kelly. I know now, if I fought Josh Kelly now, which I hope I do, I'll beat him because I know about fight management. And in that fight, I was on 6 days notice. I've already done 112 rounds.
So wicked fight.
You know what I mean?
So I
6
remember
days
that wicked
notice, sitting on my couch. Sitting on my couch. Ish, do you want to fight Josh? I'm like, what? Yeah, Liam Smith pulled out. Come then. Straight in.
A week's notice.
But in that fight, for the first 8 rounds, I'm thinking, I ain't done the camp. Mentally, when really I should have just pushed.
Yeah,
and I would have got at a point.
But you look at Josh Kelly now, look what he's just achieved last week. And now it makes you think, I belong there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's on the way over.
Yeah, we're talking about this on the way over, and you know what it is? Just got to keep going. Don't let losses knock you down. You know, there's casual boxing fans that'll say this and say that, and don't watch the comments. Just do what you
That
can
kind of
do.
stuff, you just don't take it personally.
Yeah.
Because everybody has an opinion. Even if they cheer you and say you're brilliant, they don't know how hard you're working and how lucky you came through or how easy it was. So our advice was always be, whatever they say, be respectful, take it, good or bad, but never take it to heart because they don't know the score.
Yeah.
And there's always lessons to learn in there as well. Like you're saying, like fighting people who are better than you. Like that's the best thing to do. You want to fight someone who's worse than you. You know what I mean? Beating their arse every time. It's like you're not learning anything there.
That's the beautiful thing about fight sports, though. I've been involved in Muay Thai 26 years. I learn every day still.
Yeah.
That's the thing. As soon as you switch your brain off and come arrogant where you don't think there's not else to learn, that's where you're going to decline it. That's what you're going to do.
Would you do bare knuckle?
So I get offers for this all the time, like from Andy Bakewell and people from come and do bare knuckle. My hands are battered, mate. I wouldn't be able to do bare knuckle. I've got a metal plate in that one. I've got a big horrible lump where I broke this one a few times. And even when I fight in the 4 rounds, gloves and stuff, like my hands are wrecked after. I don't think I'd only take one shot, hit someone on top of the head, didn't you?
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I do every weekend, I'm off doing seminars all over the place. I'm going to Poland on Friday. I've got seminars there. I've going to Hawaii next month. I've got seminars there. I've got an American tour. If I break my hand doing bare knuckle, I can't do any of this. I love doing all this stuff, and it's a good money earner for me as well.
I've always had that argument where you've got mixed martial arts getting involved with boxers, vice versa. And if mixed martial arts go to boxing, like you had Conor McGregor getting with from Mayweather, you know, Mayweather madding him up, but it would never be the other way around.
Yeah.
Because you've never
have to land first
You've
to
never
be in
seen
the
a
boxing,
successful boxer be successful at mixed martial arts. So you've got to kind of respect those guys for stepping into the boxing ring.
Yeah,
It's a different discipline. Would you do it? So you think about it,
You know what it is? I don't like kicks. So I don't like kicks. So I'm not gonna. And our stance, the stance is different, innit? If we stand in a boxing stance, I just sweep us or kick our front leg. And I've had it before where I tried it. My boy kicked me in my leg. It was too painful. I said, I ain't done. I took the gloves off and everything. I said, listen, this ain't me. I ain't doing that.
Because you're right, though, it is a different stance, isn't it? Or what, are you more square on because you can come anyway?
Yeah.
And obviously, you're on
We've
one
got to be
side.
ready to block kicks and look for elbows and stuff like that. If we go sideways, we'll get his leg
But
boot.
your feet are as fast as your hands, aren't they?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
PT's like that. He'll stop messing about with his full line.
He's brutal.
Which one would you say was more effective, your feet or your hands?
Do you know what? I've had 53 KOs, and I think half have been from leg kicks, and the other half have been from boxing. So it's pretty.
And is that leg kicks to the head?
No, just leg kick.
Oh, legs to the.
Yeah.
So you just
Dead
smashed his leg up.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Not my style. Hard punches, hard leg kicks.
You have to watch his highlights, man. Them leg kicks.
Yeah.
So Ishmael, tell me about you. When you out again?
21st of February.
Go on. You're against the former guests of ours.
Yeah,
as
Bill
well.
Alpha was, man. You know, got a character. Good story. Camp's going well.
Did you watch the show?
Yeah, I watched a bit of it.
Yeah.
But you see me in fights, I don't really get too. Like, I watched the fight of my opponent, but what you see in the videos, you can take a few things off it. But I believe in a fight, they might change the style, or what you get on the night is different. Because a lot of people are like, I need to watch him so much. And then when they get in there, if they're different, they've got this thing in their head where what they've been doing is not working, or thinking about is not working. So, you know, it throws them off the game. But fighting's about adapting. Do you know what I mean? The person that comes out in round 1 is not the same person in round 8. So you have to adapt, and, you know, that's what learning boxing is about, adapting, learning different styles, being able to do different things at different parts of the fights. And yeah, man, I'm just ready.
So what have you assessed about Bilal? Because by the time this goes out, you'll be boxing in 3 days' time, roughly. And if he picks up on this, he'll probably think you've got his number. It's too late to change any plays. So what have you seen as a strength and a weakness?
I'm just seeing like he's in a unorthodox fighter. So he can throw. He throws from a lot of places. His feet are flat. He don't really like boxers. He likes to be in there to throw silly scoring shots like he did on Junaid. Well, that's what I get off the Junaid fight. And if he can rough you up, he will rough you up.
What about mentally?
Mentally, it's not really. I don't really get into all of that.
Into that.
Nah.
The whole lead up, it's not really.
Yeah, because you can't. In the lead up, like with the Junaid one, Junaid let him get in his head.
Yeah.
Whereas if you seen the clip of me and Bilal when we come face to face, he's like, "Do you know the dates?" Like he's trying all the drink, and I just laugh because to me it's funny, innit? No, you say is gonna change what we got to do on fight night. When you get in that ring, there's no talking.
Yeah.
So it's like I let him do he's a character in it.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them, so I can appreciate his character side when the cameras are on, but I'm just busy. I'm ready to get down to business.
How much of a lift has the Josh Kelly fight now, looking in hindsight, give you in preparation for this upcoming fight? How much of a lift mentally has it given you?
I just think the 12 round. I've done a few 12 round fights now, and they've been against top opposition. No one on the level of what Bilal's been up against, and I've give all of them hell. And no shade to Junaid, but we're two different fighters. I bring total different things than what Junaid brings, and I just believe that there's levels to this game. And I know everyone loves Bilal's story, and I can respect his story. He's come a long way, but boxing, doesn't love your story, mate. Boxing, it doesn't care. Boxing does not love you back. It's about what you're gonna do on that night. And I'm just ready to show levels, man. I know what I bring, I know I'm better, and I know I put too much into this. It's my life now. I don't do nothing else, literally. Like when I have a fight, and everyone says I'm the most active boxer in British boxing, and says that as well. When I have a fight and then I have 3 days off after, it's like I've been in the army. I'm not used to living a normal life because I'm so used to getting up, making my breakfast, training, coming back, sleep, eating, training, you know what I mean, coming back. And that's how I live my life, and it just keeps me grounded, keeps me focused. So I know what I put into this, and I know what's riding on it. I've got 7 kids. I've got the community.
What line? How many?
7. Got 7 kids. You know what I mean?
He's not busy.
And I'm trying to show the youth coming up that there's other things to do. And in my area, Chapel Town, there's only me, and I did something with Micah Richards over there. there's only me and Micah Richards really that have gone down the sports route anyway and become successful. So my focus is, there's not just me what's riding on this. There's a lot more that I'm trying to do. I'm going into prisons. I'm helping people, you know, that have made the wrong decisions, because we're not bad people, but they've made one decision that's wrong, and then now they've been in prison, and it's hard to change your mindset. So I'm trying to do these things now and be a good person.
Amazing. And just before we finish, you got your like academy type of thing that you're doing as well, haven't you?
Yeah. I've got.
And you're doing that in the same area? You're doing that in Leeds, or is that everywhere?
So we've got Bad Company Gym, which I'm a co-owner of alongside my coach Richard Smith. I've been with Richard for 26 years, and that we co-opened a new gym last January it was, and the members have gone from 200 to 400. There's kids classes. I've got like 70, 80 kids in all time. We've got probably the biggest junior fight team in the country and stuff. So that's absolutely flying at the minute, is the gym. I'm so proud to be part of something like that that's got such a high reputation already, and then now we're just helping all these kids. We've got.
Are you in there coaching?
Yeah, I'm in there every day. Yeah, every day now. Yeah, so I've got all pads for all fighters now that I'm retired myself. And that's worse than fighting, mate.
Yeah, you just tell them don't kick this leg.
I'm only little as well when they're kicking you on pads and that, and I'm rattling my brain everywhere. And I'm like, oh man, this is worse than getting punched in the face.
Just tell it, he's 40 years old. When he said it, we're like, how much? We thought he's a lot younger than that. A final prediction. Put it down there in case Bilal's watching this.
Bilal, I'm gonna break you down, and that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna show you what it's like stepping in there with a real man.
Oh, damn. Sounded like an old gangster movie. Show you what a real man. Boys, thank you very much. Due respect. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers for having us, mate. Nice one.
Thank you.
That's our boxing show with me, Johnny Nelson, and the brains of the bunch.